Hola, mis miembros de la familia. Mi nombre es Amaradagu. Son bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. And to my English subscribers, hello family members. My name is Amaradagu and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, I'm originally from Nigeria and I bring to you content based on how you can obtain your visas, immigration news, and how you can live your best life right here in España. Today, we are going to be talking about vocational training in España. Yes. I've had tons of questions come in concerning vocational training. I want to know more about vocational training in Spain. What's the tuition like, requirements, needs, the duration, and questions like that. So I want to see if I'll be able to bring out a 15-minute video just talking about everything you need to know about applying for vocational schools and what are the benefits of actually coming to study a vocational course here in España. All right, let's get straight into it. But before then, disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my personal research and experience, so do well to do your findings before you take that next step. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. For those who do not know what a vocational training is, let us define a vocational training. So a vocational training is a type of formal education based on learning a specific profession. Vocational diploma in Spain has the following features. For duration, it lasts 2 years. The recognition, the diploma is awarded by the Ministry of Education, for it is recognized. And the third one is practical approach. Guys, hands-on learning, okay? All vocational diplomas include mandatory internship in companies as part of its curriculum. So I think this is a fantastic opportunity and everybody should be thinking about applying to a vocational school in any European country you're coming to, because I tell you, Europe is highly skilled, and when it comes to hands-on learning, they are big on it, and it's always hot cake, okay? Yeah. I'm going to go straight into the benefits of applying to study a vocational course here in Spain. These are some of the benefits and the reasons that you should hurry to get an admission to a vocational school here in España or in any other European country of your choice. The approach of the course is practical. Vocational courses include mandatory internship at companies as part of its curriculum, okay? The vocational training program in Spain are officially recognized, so you don't need to start thinking about, this school I applied to, is it recognized, is it accredited? You know, that is not the case. For all vocational trainings, they're all accredited, okay? Educational excellence, all courses are strictly regulated by the Spanish government. And affordability, guys, I feel on top of the list, affordability should actually come first, because let me tell you, we are always looking for something that is cost effective, and vocational trainings in Spain are actually cost effective, and I can actually be zero cost. Like, it can actually be free of charge, so you can study for free with no tuition fee at public vocational centers in Spain. Courses are fully funded by the government, and some public centers requires you to pay some symbolic amounts like 400 euros, which is minute if you ask me. And in terms of material required for the training, all the materials required will be provided for you by the government as well. Admission requirements, okay, is the next one we want to talk about. And you do not need an entry exam, you do not need IELTS, you do not need TOEFL and all whatnot. It's not required, okay? You need to obtain an academic equivalence for your previous studies. So if you are somebody who has a WAEC or you have like a secondary school qualification, you need what we call homologation. I have done a video talking about how to homologate your degree in España, and I think you should check out that video on here, okay guys? So going on further, after you homologate, if you're somebody with a degree, then you should also homologate that degree, okay, so that they can assess you to know where to put you in the course, okay? Then now, in case you do not know the Spanish language, and you're a beginner, you need to complete a Spanish course in advance to show that you have a level of proficiency. Guys, this is not hard at all. You need Spanish language proficiency as a beginner, okay? Because in order to sit for these vocational courses, you need the language. You cannot do without language. They're going to be teaching you in Spanish. You're going to be practicing in Spanish. It's also a good way to even learn Spanish while you are even learning the course, okay? So Spanish language, not very huge amounts of time. You just need to learn it. I think 60 hours a week or so, something of that nature. Types of vocational schools in Spain, we have Four different types of vocational training schools. The first one is the public vocational schools. These schools are funded by the Spanish government. That means that there is no tuition fee. Some of these vocational centers require students to pay a symbolic amount between 70 euros and 400 euros a year in terms of materials. Then we have chartered vocational schools. These schools are partly funded by the Spanish government. Tuition is between 180 to 500 euros per year. Private vocational schools are also available, and for these ones you can pay as much as 2,500 euros to 5,000 euros a year. And we have football vocational schools, okay, for people who are interested in being a coach, football coach and stuff like that. Tuition is between 1,500 per level. There are 3 levels which can be completed in 2 academic years. You must have passed a physical test to obtain the admission, okay? The diploma provides you with the license for the following. You can work as a football coach at the La Liga and all first division leagues in Europe, okay? And also opening up your own accredited football academy. So if this is something you're liking or you are looking for, then you should key on this, okay? So now we're going straight to requirements. This is very important, okay? Because if you're interested, you should know what you need to have in order to start the process in the first place. So the first requirement will be your academic credentials. If you're somebody who is looking to apply to vocational schools, then you must have your previous studies homologated. You need to obtain an academic equivalence for your academic transcript. This means that whatever you have studied in your home country, it needs to be recognized by the Ministry of Education in Spain. There are 2 types of vocational courses. We have the middle level and we have the high level. Requirements to access the middle level vocational courses. The minimum requirement to access this is to hold an equivalent of 10th grade. The minimum requirement to access middle level vocational training is to hold the equivalent of 12th grade, okay? These are the minimum requirements required to apply for admission. If you hold a bachelor's degree or a master's, your score will be additional points in the selection process, okay? All right. Language requirements. If your level of Spanish is 0 or beginner, you need to take a course of Spanish for a minimum of 60 hours, okay? You need to take an accredited Spanish online course, so you can do that. If you need a link to where you can take this accredited Spanish course, I'm gonna just send me a chat or comment or use my email address, my details here, and just tell me I need the link for where I can start my Spanish language learning, okay? And I would respond. I'll send you the link, okay? If you hold or you can certify your Spanish level, you will score extra points for your admission. However, it is not mandatory, okay? Visa requirements. If you are coming from countries outside the EU, of course you need to apply for study visa, and you need to make sure that you're eligible in terms of visa. That means that you need to have enough financial means showing that you have up to 10,000 euros in your bank account, or you have a sponsor, blood related, okay? Sponsors must be blood related, who can show his or her bank account for at least 20,000 euros. When is the intake for vocational schools? There is only 1 intake per year, which is in September. Vocational programs called football coach is the only one which has different intakes around the year, which is September, February, and May. All right. What is the deadline to apply for vocational school? I would recommend that the process of application is as soon as possible, as the process is long and it involves a lot of paperwork, okay? The ideal situation is to start the process at least 8 months in advance. If you need to process your visa, or you have some of the documents ready, the duration of this process might be reduced for you. So depending on where you are at. I want to know, what is the language of communication in these vocational courses? Classes or vocational programs at public centers with no tuition fee are conducted entirely in Spanish. You may want to know if there is any vocational courses that are conducted in English language, right? Yes, the courses are the following ones, both delivered in private vocational centers with tuition fee. Nursery education, which provides the license to work as kindergarten teacher in Spain, and nursery care. So for these two, you can actually, study them in English, but it's not under the one sponsored by the government. You have to pay for these ones. They have their tuition fee, which is about 2,500 euros to 5,000 euros All right, guys, so these are some of the things you need to consider if you're planning on coming for vocational training here in Spain. I think I was able to cover up everything you need to know about vocational training. Okay, guys, so list of vocational courses and their subcategories. First one on the list is electricity and electronics, and under that we have electro-automatic systems, we have electronic maintenance, we have automatic system and industrial robotics, we have clinic electromedicine, and we have telecommunication and computer systems. Second on the list is health sciences. Under that, we have nursery care, we have radiotherapy and dosimetry, we have clinical and biomedical laboratory, we have nuclear medicine and diagnosis, we have oral hygiene, we have pharmacy and parapharmacy, we have nutrition, and we have prosthesis audiology. Okay, the third one on the list is food industry, and under that we have viniculture, we have quality of food industry, olive oil and wine industry, we have bakery and pastry, textile design and leather, and under that we have fashion design, textile and leather, footwear and accessory design, tailor-made wardrobe design. Then we have energy and water, power plants, energy efficiency and solar thermal energy, renewable energy and water management. Okay, so there are several of them, but these are some of the ones that I would like to just make mention so that this video will not be too long. Yeah, we have also sound and image, we have commerce and marketing, we have chemistry, we have maritime fishery, we have transports and vehicle maintenance, we have mechanical manufacture and personal image. So we have cosmetology and holistic wellness, hairstyling, professional makeup, personal image assistantship, and hydrotherapy and wellness. So guys, this is one thing. So yeah, these are some of the lists. If you know that you have your Spanish language proficiency certificate or you need the link, just send me a message. I have my details on here, and remember, I work with an authorized Spanish translator and I can bring this service to you if you need be. Just use my details to send me a message. In at most 48 hours, you get your documents sent back to you. If you want to authenticate your documents at Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Education, I can actually help you do that as well. I can help you secure an admission into an accredited Spanish institution here in Spain. And if you need step-by-step visa guidance, you know I'm your girl. All right, contact me. And yes, of the information I bring on here. If you think this video has been helpful, do well to subscribe, like, share, and leave your comments down in the comment section. I hope I've been able to bless your timelines. See you on my next one. Till then, binge another of my content. Hasta luego.